You're welcome back to Daybreak, and it's Daybreak Interactive now. Before the break, I did talk about a bill and all of that. Okay, prospectively, that's what I would have wanted them to do, but that's not what is happening because it was just a mere announcement from the National Film and Censors Board. Right now, we would like you to call in. The question for this morning is, federal government is banning ritual and smoking scenes in Nollywood movies. Yes, that is what they're saying. What is your take? Now, let me give you an insight into what is happening. So the federal government has banned smoking, money rituals, and promotion of crimes, among other vices, in Nollywood movies. And this was made by, this announcement rather was made by the director of the National Film and Video Censors Board, Shaibu Hussaini, on Wednesday, May 22nd, during a national stakeholders engagement in Enugu State. He highlighted the health risks associated with smoking and detrimental effect that such depictions in films may have on next generation. And he emphasized on the need for stakeholders, parents and guardians to take decisive action in order to solve the industry's present problems. Now this announcement has been made, and then we're anyway, I wanted it to be assented, like a bill, a sponsored bill, and then passed first, second reading, and then assented to by the president and becomes an act. So nobody goes, because an announcement can actually, people can flaunt announcement, people can go against announcement, but I know that there are sanctions.
Not so much, exactly. But you see, the thing about media and film is, if you flout some of these rules and regulation, it is obvious because your content is just simply going to show it. So
exactly.
There's no explaining your way out of it. But however, I actually have an honest question, and the question is this the right decision to take, bearing in mind that in my entire childhood of watching Nollywood movies, of course, the 52 Iweka Road Onitsha produced and marketed movies, the 1.3 pound road Aba
exactly
movies, those movies that depicted the real ritual smoking and criminal scenes. In all of those movies, time, and of course, I mean, there we are,
the likes
the
of
almighty Kanayo and his crew. But then again, there has never been a time when these producers have depicted all of these scenes and not in one way or the other showing that these individuals who were either smoking or engaged in money rituals did not meet their water.
Of course, and they always show that there are consequences when you engage in some of these things. Now you're on a crossroad now. You're thinking that, you know, what you see has a lot of effect on you.
Indeed.
And most times you need to show people that this is what happens in such an environment. If you find yourself in this kind of environment, run.
Indeed.
So, but if you haven't seen it before, nobody has told you about it, you might just be running into something ignorantly. And before you get to know it, it's too late.
Social scientists believe that learning by observation and learning from the experiences of others is the best way to learn. Because when you've seen that somebody experienced something firsthand and you see firsthand the effect of those experiences, you are less likely, you know, to indulge or engage in those acts. I really do not want to turn this to, you know, of course, a university class, but then again, that is what it is. So I bet the question to you, our viewers, is, do you think it is better to ban this scene? So, of course, we know this is targeted at the younger generation, the younger population, who are expected to grow into, you know, good and responsible individuals in the society tomorrow. But the question, would you rather have them see these scenes, see how these guys who engage in these activities end up, or you'd rather just want them to watch, you know, PG movies, PG-rated content, and then they do not actually get to see the consequences of the actions, including smoking, engaging in criminal activities, engaging in be it drug peddling, drug consumption, or every activity that has to do with drug and drug trafficking, and then also criminal activities and ritual, of course, which is also criminal. Would you rather have them see the consequences of these actions, or you would rather have them not see it at all,
or experience it without knowing nothing about it? But also on the flip side, do we just have these things go on? Because we've known or we've seen people who actually turn out to be like these people, regardless of the consequences that was shown to us in this movie. I hear people say, who do you want to be like? I want to be like Gentle Jack. And
no, it's not it's Vuga.
Vuga. All right. You've seen Vuga? Okay, Sagir, I thought you were a Gen Z.
I'm saying so. I'm not a Gen Z. Of course, how many Gen Zs know who Vuga is? Come on. But then again, we have a caller this morning. I think I'm going to enjoy this segment of the program. Good morning. Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, President. My name is Honorable Donald Adam from Benue State, Makurdi.
All right, beautiful. How is Benue this morning?
We are battling with the insecurity.
Wow.
That's another unfortunate situation. Yeah, exactly. But then tell us your take.
I think our problems are more than what the announcement is for.
So, Mr. Jonathan, I didn't get that. You said our government is what?
I said our problem is more than what the announcement that government has made.
Okay, so...
You know, we learn from... Like me, I don't learn from my situation, but I learn from people's situation.
Indeed.
Government doesn't want anything that will expose themselves. If they doesn't want any illegality or anything that will spoil younger generation mind, but they are in the position. What are they doing to change the face of this country positively? So they are creating policies that are not necessary at this time. This time, I know that me and you, we need to live. We need to eat. Not these things that are creating jobs, giving us, putting smiles on our faces.
All right. Thank you,
Jonathan,
Honorable.
From Benue State, thank you so much for calling and, of course, for your contributions. So, Mr. Jonathan is feeling that the government might be having sort of a misplaced priority. Do I say that? Because
yes, that's what he thinks.
Nigerians are more focused on other issues. I mean, he started the conversation by saying they're dealing with the insecurity in Benue State, and the government is focused on something other than what it should be focusing on.
All right.
But then...
we have another call. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name? Okay, you're close to your TV. Could you please move away from your TV? I could literally hear myself.
Okay. Is that okay now?
Yes, better. Thank you very much. Tell us your name and location, please.
My name is Yahya Maxwell. I'm calling from Karu, Abuja here.
Oh, beautiful. It's rare having people call.
Indeed. How's the traffic in Karu? Pardon my asking.
You know, it's always terrible.
Of course.
It's always terrible. Let me not go there.
He doesn't want to go there. All right. Thank you very much. Go ahead, please.
You see, this is one of the things that the government should have seen how they can solve instead of talking about Nollywood and what they are doing in Nollywood. I mean, you see, like rightly said, the gentleman, you said scientists have actually proven that people learn faster. It is true. Even children, they learn faster. They don't do what you say. They do what they see you do. So when what Nollywood is trying to do is to be educative. They are trying to see how they can warn the next generation that if you are a ritual killer, this is what will happen to you. Then you don't just act the movie and give the glory to the ritualist. The consequences is what they give to the ritualist to show you that it is actually wrong for you to do these things. And then the government coming up to say, okay, they are banning these things. In our schools, have the government done anything? Have they ever looked at the curriculum of our schools to see how they can actually save the next generation from this?
Unfortunately, Mr. Yaya, we can barely hear you anymore. Mr. Yaya, are you there?
I think we lost the call. Please do call us back if you have more to say concerning this. But you can call us at the moment and tell us what you think. The federal government has announced that they are going to for a ban, and that revolves around money rituals, anything that has to do with criminal activities, and if it has to do with rituals and Nollywood movies. Do you think that is the right way to go? Do you agree or do you not agree? Let's take this call. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Daybreak. Oh, lost that call.
So he agreed that the best way for individuals, especially children, to learn is by observation. So I think we're unfortunately the last generation of young children or young Nigerians who learned from Nollywood being our moral compass.
I did learn from Nollywood. Let's get this call first.
Indeed.
Hello, good morning,
hello.
welcome.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Hear you.
Okay, what's your name
Morning,
and location? Good morning to you.
My name is good morning, madam. My name is Mohammed Bello, best known as Mala Morning from Mr. Local Government in Bauchi State.
That's amazing, thank
Mohammed
you.
from Bauchi.
I'm in support of this banning of the showing ritual acts, smoking things, and what have you.
Why?
Because
Why so?
before our rules of the society, all our divine books are showing all of these things are wrong and are not allowed to be used. So for anything that we say is wrong, it's necessary that we should portray it to others before they learn, they come to know that it is. If that is the case, how will you do about this kind of sexual intercourse out of marriage? Will you allow people to be seeing how people go in this outside marriage sexual intercourse, and then how it will pregnate a woman or something to come about a wanted child? So all the reasons they are taking to be in the ritual act, smoking act, all of us are with that reason of wanting to be rich overnight, of getting rid of our problems by the use of drugs and so many other things. We should ban it and show this our young children that there are other ways they can go, which are better than this wrong ways. So this banning of this thing is in good way. I am in support of it, 100%. I thank government for taking this action. Yes. Because it will allow them to be shown anytime these our younger ones will be enticed to go into it. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Mohammed Bello from Bauchi State. Thank you. I think I see reason with what he's talking about, especially with regards to the promotion of sexual sin, sexual obscenity and nudity in movies. Nobody is talking about, how openly promoted all of these things are. And
I don't think that was factored into this anyway.
Well, it wasn't, but I understand where he's coming from in terms of the points that he's trying to make. If nobody is talking about the obscenity that young children have been exposed to over the years, unfortunately, some of these young children, if you ask them who their role models are, they might mention names of persons who have a track record or are known of, dressing obscenely, or have a track record of, I really do not know how to put this so lightly, but then again, I do understand, especially, when we're talking about cultures that are innately conservative, especially in this part of the world, in Africa, where we frown at such, opening your bodies unnecessarily, especially, when it pertains to certain gender and all of these issues. Of course, these are issues that people tend to take very, very seriously. And right now, we have another call where I would have to mention the ground rules. Please, if you're going to have a conversation with us, you would have to turn down the volume of your TV set so as not to interfere.
Please, we have to let this call go. Please, we have to let this call go. Please turn down the volume of your TV set before calling. If the line is fuzzy, we're sorry. We just have to let you go. Move away. And let's have a very, very good conversation this morning. Hello, good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
What's your name and where are you calling from? We can hear you, go ahead.
Ochonganok, calling from Auchi, State.
Oh, nice.
Mr. Chair, welcome to the program.
Thank you. I want to contribute to this program, this your trust program.
The floor is yours, go ahead.
I applaud the federal government for banning all this ritual practice in our movies. It is not only that. It is not only this ritual something that that government are supposed to ban. There are so many programs that that are being shown on television that are killing and spoiling our youth.
Please, are you going to tell us some of them?
Nowadays,
are you going to tell us some of them? Some of these programs that you feel that
like this ritual pictures as you are shown on your on your TV screens. Hello?
Yes, we're here with you. Go on.
And again, the type of the nude pictures. I mean, nude, female nude pictures that are that are being shown on television. It's not healthy for our youth. And look, with that, I am very, very angry with all these human rights and all these women who are in high positions, who are not disturbed for allowing those type of nude women pictures to be shown on television. I mean, they are endless. They are endless, but they are being allowed to go on. So they should not only they should scrutinize whatever that is going on television, on a daily basis, so that they will know the ones that they will allow and the one that they're not allowed that's supposed to allow to be aired on television. Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you
very so much. Mr. Acha, they're calling all the way from Auchi. Of course, we know that at some point censorship, including self-censorship, is very, very important. But then again, those in support have given reason why they support this, because, I mean, it's really not good for the eyes to see all of these things, especially children. But then again, we have another caller. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Alhaji Mohammed Baba Idanoko Sarkin Wasa of Lokoja.
All right, Mr. Mohammed, welcome to the program. What's your contribution, sir?
Yeah, the banning of ritual and smoking scene in Nollywood is long overdue. But the damage has been done before now. Those that have been shot that are in public domain, how do you retrieve them? And banning is a very good idea. I support it. And you see those kids now, once you see Kanayo, you know it's a ritual talk. And does that mean there's no any other cultural activities that will bring public domain than ritualism and other things?
Okay, I think
those are why I don't watch Nollywood movies, and I stopped subscription to them.
Please, you need to watch them to grow our economy. It's important that you watch Nollywood movies to grow our economy.
The moment I watch two scenes, I can tell you the end of the movie.
Okay, so if you don't watch Nollywood movies, please watch Nollywood cinema films. But Mr. Mohammed, I actually have a question for you. So, over the course of the last 2 to 3 decades, we've seen a plethora of Nollywood movies that has shown a lot of criminal scenes, a lot of ritual scenes. From the top of my head, I can remember A Cry for Help. I can remember Isakaba. I can remember The Billionaires Club. But this is by no means a promotion to any of those movies. But the question here is, of all of the times that these movies had aired, we saw how most of those individuals who were engaged in those activities actually ended up, the way one would expect them to end up in society, high and dry. Some of them lost their lives. At the end of the day, some would say this is the lesson that these movies are actually doling out there to let children and the larger society to understand. Crime does not pay. Ritual does not pay. Obscenity, nudity, sex scenes, unprotected sex and all of that, it does not pay in any way. So would you prefer a situation where all of these things are not brought to the faces of children, where they are opportune to learn lessons, and rather have it the other way, where we just shoot scenes and protect them from all of these things without, of course, putting out the lessons?
Okay, I think we lost him. We have another caller. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. Oh. Okay.
Hello.
Oh, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please give the phone to the woman that was talking to us.
We want to talk to the lady.
Okay, good morning, gentleman and gentlewoman over there.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
I'm Abdullahi Ibrahim from Kogi State, Okene, precisely.
Oh, nice.
Abdullahi, welcome. How's Okene this morning?
It is fine. Okene is quite okay.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I am concerned, banning smoking rituals is not the problem of Nigeria.
Tell us the problem.
Yes. The government of the day is our role model. If government is corrupt, people under him, the subject will be definitely corrupt. So that they teach a lot of lessons by what they do. Because when you watch the movie, at the end of the day, you see the lesson that people tend to gain and derive from it. And it's okay, when this person was involved in this part, this is what ends his life. So it is not the issue. As far as I'm concerned, the government should reposition themselves to do the needful and not banning and looking into all these private things. So because after all, it's even a way of money to the country. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling into the program all the way from Okene. So we have that perspective.
Yes.
So another question I want to ask is, do we prefer to see a situation where we start seeing more movies, of course, because I know that there's quite a number of movies out there, but more movies around politicians, corrupt politicians, carrying out their activities, meeting their Waterloo to also send a message to Nigerians. Now, Nigerians seem to have been responding, of course, via social media. We've got this response from WhatsApp. It says, is the government now going to tell us which story to say and which story not to? They've started with movies. What next will they stop? Novels? Classify movies by age and allow choice.
Now, Sagir, looking at this now, for someone like me who writes stories and trying to depict some of the scenes and experiences of people, you want to narrate a story, you want to describe how so-and-so happened to this person and the lessons learned. Now, script writers will have to, know how to write a story and send this message. I'm writing a script. I'm saying that this boy who is supposed to be in school is engaged in some activities that has made him derail from the right path. How do I put it into perspective?
I'll answer that after we answer this call. Good morning. Right. Welcome to the program. What's your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Tony. I'm calling from Benue State.
So, Tony, how's Benue this morning?
Benue is fine.
All right, let's hear your contribution.
Well, my take on that is that the problem we are having in the movie industry, Nollywood, is not only smoking and the ritual.
Tell us, what are the challenges?
The challenge is the dress code there. It's like, it's so sad, the dressing. And making it that every film will be love that is not love. I think those people want to regulate things there. To come out clear to regulate some certain things, because watching Nigeria film is I saw sometimes. They have destroyed so many movies, and that is the truth about it. But the truth of the matter is that so many of them that act movie and all these things, they have issue in their families. And that is the reward that they have gotten. Because so many of them they have destroyed it. And if Nigeria want to come into it, they should come and reform them in the way that film will go back as early as 80. That people cherish watching movie to learn. But this time around, we learn nothing from them.
So you want us to go back to that time where people cherish watching movies because of the lessons?
Yes. Let me take you to one movie, Living in Bondage.
There we go.
If you watch Living in Bondage...
I have watched Living in Bondage. I have. And I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, it teaches lesson. It teaches lesson. Even though when they want to go in the name of love, you will see where they are lying down in the bed. But today, before you know, they have started lying there and children are there. What do they want children to learn from it? And this time around, they say at the age of 18, go to shoppings, there is television there. Go to a supermarket, there is television. Go to where they are selling drugs, there is television there. So it's not a matter of saying children above 18 should not, less than 18 should not watch it. They should do film so that people will benefit from it. People are not learning anything from Nigerian movies.
Before you go, please, I would like to ask you a question. Do you think that is a misplacement of priority? Now, should we be working on these scenes that you mentioned rather than saying smoking and drinking or any violent activities in movies?
Because the last I checked, I mean, drinking wasn't banned. Drinking scenes were not banned.
You see, the country we are living in, they leave what matters and begin to talk another thing. Like this morning, I was reading a newspaper headline, and in National Assembly, they are debating about national anthem, that it will make people to focus to work for Nigeria. Meanwhile, them as the politicians that are taking our money away, we think that national anthem, if the law won't work for them, the national anthem will change their character. We are living in a country that things that matter doesn't matter. Sometimes, like these people now, if they want to regulate it, let them come completely. See the problem that we are having in movie industry, and then point it out and face it. Instead of smoking and money richer. How many people they are doing money richer?
Thank you very much for your contribution.
Thank you very much.
We're living in a country where things that matter doesn't matter.
Exactly. You know, when you're looking at this, and when they say ritual smoking scenes and violent scenes, drinking and all of that is all encompassing. This is all encompassing, because if you're talking about smoking, drinking, of course, is bad. But we'll talk about that after this call. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Daybreak Interactive.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name? And tell us your location as well.
This is Seriki Wasa of Lokoja. Multiple calls had to end my call.
Oh, indeed. Go ahead. Yes, we're trying to make a point.
Yeah. The truth is that we have more to do in Nollywood than only banning, smoking, and other things in Nollywood. Nollywood, to my understanding, is supposed to be a national something, but it's always on one particular culture of Igbo. That is another thing they should work on. And there's no suspense in movies anymore. There's nothing will attract you to sit on the screen. Okay. The moment I watch some of their movie, I can tell you what is coming next. Being an actor, or maybe a film director as a person.
Okay.
Then,
well,
I think this
agree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
But the fact is, to me, banning it is not the issue, but they should add a age barrier to it, and it should be principled. You don't just. There are people that even watching the movie scene of smoking and drinking or ritual cannot push them to do it.
Yeah.
In as far as there is repercussion for any action one take. But I think right now this country needs more than this. So what I'm of emphasis is that you are telling Nigerians to endure. Why you people are not enduring to the hardship? So I think this is what we're supposed to concentrate more on, not diverting our minds to things that doesn't hold water.
So you feel this is just a mere diversion?
Yes, to a country that you are buying 180 million vehicles for yourself and you're telling the citizens to endure.
All right. Thank you very much.
You give us 50,000 naira once and you refuse to give us the remaining one. Promise not kept. There is a lot in our hands already.
All right. Thank you.
I think we need to work on it as a person.
Let's
thank you very much.
Seriki Wasa feels that there's more Nigerians should be focusing on rather than banning scenes from Nollywood movies. Let's forget about the movies and focus on reality, I guess.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate your call. And yes, we've got time to take one more call and or maybe more calls on the show this morning. All you have to do is just focus on what we're talking about. We have other issues, but let's hear your take on federal government announcing the ban on smoking scenes, ritual scenes, and other violent scenes in Nollywood
Mardia,
movies.
this is why I love the Daybreak Interactive so much, because of how much perspective Nigerians bring into the conversation. A final caller, good morning, welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. I want to contribute on this.
Of course. Please, let's start by you telling us your name and your location.
Mr. Cholafwade from Okene, Kogi State.
All right. Please go on, sir.
Thank you. On this ban of FG ritual and smoking, that is not just the only problem we're having in the Nigerian sector. Like somebody just pointed right now that Nigerian movie doesn't have suspense anymore. It's true. If you just start by watching Nigerian movie for just 3 minutes, you will know what the whole thing will be like before even this movie gets to the end of it all. And then with FG, yes, it's a good step they're taking to correct some things that they have been lagging behind all this while. And I know they can do better more. They can do better more. Our movie, sometimes when I watch Indian movie, the way they respect their flag, Nigerians movie don't encourage most of those things. Our armies are there dying in various locations, security agencies. How do we ask movies to portray the importance of all these security agencies in this country? These are where Nigerian governments are supposed to come in and then see how directors, most of those directors, they just enter into movie industry these days, art movies, and they just unleash it for everybody to watch. What are the essence of this movie? What does it portray to the country, Nigeria? How does it portray our security balance in this government in Nigeria as a whole? How do our Nigerian security, how are we portraying it to the world that we are capable to defend ourselves?
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. It seems the people of Kogi took over the airways this morning, and we're grateful.
Yeah,
exactly, yes.
Benue too.
Benue too, and Bauchi. Let's not forget Bauchi.
Of course, Bauchi. Here we are again, another contribution via social media. Good morning, Daybreak. It's nice you brought this to the front burner. My question is, have you taken a critical look at the high level of the kind of music videos today? Thank you for that question. But I want to point out to something this morning, and it's like question 2. My question is, Big Brother Niger is like a wildfire in Nigeria today. What is it teaching us? Because from the age of 15 years can tell you the names. Why has government not banned Big Brother Niger? What is it teaching us? Why not ban it? I guess this question is directed to the federal government.
Yes.
Because we here in the studio, myself and Mardia,
we have no answer to that question.
We do not have an answer to that question, unfortunately. And I also want to address something, talking about the quality of Nollywood movies. Yes, I agree with you totally. Sometimes, you watch a Nollywood movie from the beginning. I mean, the moment you see that very young farm boy with his mother arriving from the farm, and you see that lady in the SUV with her father, you know that he doesn't have money and she's probably going to leave her family to marry him. Yes, I agree. But then again, Nigerian movies, Nollywood movies, as since transcended from those days. Now we have cinema films that are quite interesting to watch. Again, I'm not by any means making a promotional post for any of them. This is by no means a promotion, but then again, I mean, if we don't sell Nollywood as Nigerians, who will?
Yeah, of course. Because
I've watched some really lovely Nollywood movies that are not even cinema movies, and I really wish that I could mention a couple of them at the top of my head, but unfortunately I cannot do that right now. But what I can do right now is answer this call. Good morning, welcome to Daybreak Interactive. What's your name and where are you calling from? So apparently I couldn't do that as well.
So I think that what we should be pushing for is the fact that, nudity has become an order of the day when we watch our Nollywood movies. Forget that we're trying
music
to...
also, Mardia.
Exactly. Music. It's so much.
Music videos are so ravaged by
I'm going to tell you a story after we take this call. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Daybreak Interactive. Okay, we'll let you go. Sorry. We have to let you go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please call us back again. Unfortunately, the sound of your TV set has been interfering.
It's a good thing that the federal government is trying to address the problem in the movie industry. But like some of the good people that talked before me said, there are a lot of fundamental problems in Nigerian movie that the government needs to address. Basically, that kind of indecent racism and immoral behavior that is being exhibited in Nigerian Nollywood and other movies. If our government is supposed to regulate it, because just like if you watch Bollywood, there is no way you see adults romancing on the bed, all those kind of things like that. It kind of sending a negative signal to the public. So at least government supposed to, I really appreciate it that they want to try to sanitize that industry. Okay, we will encourage them to do that. Likewise, also, even the other areas in the society, even in governance, they should continue to sanitize it so that we can have a better society. That is what all of us are looking for. We encourage them to do that and do more. Thank
Ali
you.
from Suleja, thank you so much for your contributions. We almost let you go there because you didn't abide by the rules of engagement, but thank God you did. Else we wouldn't have gotten that.
Yes, exactly. And I
yeah.
was talking about the story I wanted to talk about. And in as much as we applaud the federal government for this initiative, you know, the sins they are asking that should be banned, the smoking scene and all of that, it is important that other aspects of, you know, what our colors have pointed out, you know, the nudity, the dressings and all, the dressing from some of these actors should be looked into as well. I watched a movie where a girl was poor, she was poor, and then she met somebody who was rich, and then the next thing, the kind of dresses that she wore when she became rich is quite different from what she was wearing as a poor person. So what lesson are you teaching the young people? A lot of people wear bomb shorts on the streets right now. These people who wear these bomb shorts in the movies do not wear it outside of their house. Most times they don't wear it outside of their house. So if you're wearing it in a movie, it's to depict a scene, to portray something in a movie, and then we see that a lot of people
Mardia has entered her advocate spirit and she's channeling it to me.
No, but I'm not channeling it to you, but it's actually a problem that has to be tackled.
Now, you see, I understand so much what you're talking about, and that is why I now want to ask you the question. Where do we now put skits?
Oh, wow.
That are supposed to be comical.
I think those, that's why a lot of people are calling for censorship on the internet.
I am worried about skits on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the likes of that, X as they call it now. You see a lot of so-called jokes, so-called comical skits, where all sort of obscenity, nudity, promotion of sex, promotion of sexual enhancers, promotion of all sort of vague materials, you know, are done on this. Pardon my passion talking about this, because I have younger ones.
Big problem.
You know, exactly. We have families, we have people who look up to us at home, who we are expected to protect from all of these things that they find not only in Nollywood movies but also on social media. So if the Nigerian Film Video Censors Board is doing this, who is going to be regulating the kind of content that these so-called skit makers put out there? Unfortunately, this is where we now have to draw the curtain. Else I would have said, please call us in and let's hear your thoughts. But perhaps, definitely, we'll be talking about Nigerian skits, generally skits in Nigeria, and what you think should be done about controlling the kind and quality of skits that we watch on a daily.
Another time. If our producer agrees.
Although our producer would have to agree. But then again, that's where we call it wrapped. On Daybreak Interactive, of course.